People start a window cleaning business for various reasons and everyone's circumstances are different. But in this video, I'm going to go through why I started a window cleaning business and how I did it. For me, becoming a window cleaner was a complete change of career path. I was a soldier in the military for 23 years and decided I couldn't go and work for someone else. I had to work for myself. So I decided that I was going to be a window cleaner. Now, while I was doing my researching on the internet, I come across these startup loans. You'll see it's a government-backed scheme where you can buy up to £25,000. It's got a fixed rate of 6% each year and it can be payable between 1 to 5 years. So this is an excellent way to get yourself some funding to get started. When you head over to their website, you can use the navigation tabs and come to their loan repayment calculator. So here you'll see I've got it set up that I was going to borrow £15,000 over 5 years, and then it breaks down how much you're borrowing, how much you're paying back in interest, and then the most important figure here, which is your monthly repayment. So in this example, £289.99. So the loan repayment calculator is a good tool that you'll keep coming back to when you're writing out your business plan and you're going to see what your budget or what you can actually cater for and afford. Now, I've never had to write a business plan in my life, but you can use this website. If you go under the tab here for support and advice, you'll see they've got various things written down here that are worth a read and how to write a business plan. They've got some templates that you can use, and there's some free startup guides. But what happens is when you go through the process, you'll get passed on to someone who's going to become your mentor. For me, it was a company called X-Forces, so obviously being X-Forces myself, and they will guide you through the process and make writing a business plan a lot easier. And at the end of the day, if I can do it, definitely you can do it. Now, I'm not going to lie, writing a business plan was far harder than what I thought, but that's what your mentoring is there for at the end of the day. They're at the end of the phone, so you can ring, ask questions and seek guidance. I found writing the business plan really good actually. It got me to look into things I would never have thought of doing, and it's a good way of proving that your plan is going to work. It was while doing the business plan that I stumbled across these guys, X-Line Systems, because I was trying to look up how all the window cleaning equipment worked and what I'd need. And it started to get a bit confusing because we've got to remember at this point I didn't have a clue about water-fed pole at all or any form of window cleaning. So what I decided to do was just ring their number and speak to someone. They're absolutely great. There was no sales pitch or anything like that. And they basically just asked me questions and guided me through what sort of things I would need, especially for someone who is starting out. Now, when you're using their website, you can look at all the kit and equipment and you'll see that all their prices do include VAT. So when you put them in your shopping cart, you see a breakdown of everything, including the VAT, so you get the final price. And this is really good when you're trying to stick to a budget or you're using that loan repayment calculator to kind of find out what you can afford or what you're going to need. Once I knew all the equipment that I knew I needed a certain size van to have it all set in. So I went for a medium-sized van and a 2-person setup. I did this from the start and I'm really glad I did, because my business grew quite quick. If I'd gone for a smaller van to keep my budget smaller, I'd have just simply outgrown it really quickly. Now, the first van I went for was at a garage quite far from me, and I found out the AA did a service where they can go and inspect the vehicle and give it a road test. I think it cost me £154 at the time, but boy was I glad I did that. They went out, did the inspection, and in their report they didn't even take it for a test drive because it was that bad and advised me not to buy it. So I knew then that I was going to have to up my budget that I had originally set aside for buying a van. I'm glad I did that because I found another van that was double the price of my original budget. I was happy with it, so I brought that. Not long after X-Line did the kit installation of all my kit and equipment, I got it booked in to have the van sign written. It's important because it's the biggest advertisement out there going. I'd already researched and decided on the extra add-on services that I was going to provide, and then I made sure I had all the kit and equipment to do these, because from day one I wanted to be able to do everything. Something else I did to advertise was get myself a load of leaflets from Vistaprint and also some business cards. I ordered 10,000 leaflets from Vistaprint, and to be honest, I've still got 7,000 leaflets left. What I found was it's very time consuming going around doing all the leaflet drops. Definitely takes a lot longer than what you think. So in hindsight, I wouldn't have ordered 10,000 leaflets. I'd have just stuck with 1,000 leaflets at a time and just see how I go. I used YouTube to look up how to use Photoshop to design my own leaflets with Vistaprint. These ones are the ones that I used first of all. They're double-sided, they're A6 size, so I did that to try and save costing. I've also designed these leaflets here, which are ones I put through the door after I've visited and cleaned, and on the back again I put payment details. But what I use now is Squeegee app, and I get the invoices either emailed or via text message, and again using Vistaprint and Photoshop I come up with my own design for my business cards. What I did to protect my branding is once I got my logo made, I went and got it trademark registered, and I also formed a limited company so my name wouldn't have to change, none of my branding or my logo, so it was all protected. The limited company was put in dormant mode because I was operating as a sole trader and I was trading as Crystal Clean Windows. So that's how I started a window cleaning business. I was lucky for me because I was leaving the military and I was coming out with a payout, so I had that to fall back on should things be really slow at getting started. I also saved up all my leave, so all my terminal leave amounted to 3 months off, or gardening leave, so effectively I was being paid for 3 months from the military while I was still trying out my new venture. It definitely is possible because I started with 0 customers. 4.5 years later I've now got over 500 regular customers. My wife, my son and my daughter, we all work together, so it's now become a big family business.